It's just solid stone with no dirt at all. It's just all solid stone out here. Side of the elephant stump. See, it's all hollowed out. Great place for pictures. You can see how it looks like an elephant's head. Right in front of us, you see the big arch over here. Now there is petroglyphs there, and they found a lot of artifacts and things. Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. Today we're in Dixie National Forest, and we're at the Red Reef Trailhead. And there's actually a campground here as well. We're going to share with you the campground, and there's a reason we're going to do that, and also this amazing trailhead. Come along and join the adventure. So heading into the beautiful Red Cliffs campground. Now this is part of the Red Cliffs National Conservation Area. It's an area with a long history of humans and a rich geological past. The site was inhabited by Ancestral Puebloans from about 500 AD to 1200 AD, who farmed along Quail Creek before drought likely led them to abandon the area. Now this later became a location for pioneers and a source of resources. And the geology includes Jurassic-aged dinosaur footprints in various rock formations. The area was formally established as a National Conservation Area in 1996. All right, so this is Red Reef Trail. Well, this is in Red Cliffs, just outside of St. George, a few miles. Beautiful area. Wanted to kind of give you a detail on this. A lot of camping here, tent camping, also some pull-throughs for RVs, but it's self-contained only. We're really starting to think about getting into this camping. We've got a lot of exciting things to share with you about how we're going to do that, and we're going to be able to travel to a lot further places and share them with you and finally start these road trips that we've been trying so hard to get on. Just had to wait for the right moment. Let's explore this beautiful trail and campground with a lot of picnicking areas. Says so right there, Red Cliffs National Conservation Area, Red Reef Trailhead. You can see that it shows hikers only. You're not going to take a bike or anything on this trail. There is a dog spot. So if you bring your dog spot, you better grab a bag and pick up after them. It's a very nice, clean trail. Kind of an easy walk. But you'll see what that looks like moving forward. A lot of rocks and some stairs. And then it drops down creekside. It gets a little slippery in spots. It's got to wear some hiking shoes. So back to what I was talking about. We've been thinking about the camping thing, had the van. Just felt we needed more space. So we're going to do the van life, but we're also looking at a small travel trailer for getting out, getting into small spaces. So I'm going to share that with you. That's going to be coming up pretty quick. Some big adventures coming up along the road to get to all these crazy destinations we go to. Super excited. This is along the trail. We've been here before. You know, we kind of live close, I guess. We always call this the elephant. Wow, look at that, that's a giant lizard on there. But we call this kind of the elephant log. You can see it looks like an eye over here, and then the big long elephant trunk. All the way to the ground. Well, yeah, it looks like a giant elephant head. And it's literally just a big old tree stump. Who knows how many years old this thing is. Backside of the elephant stump. See, it's all hollowed out. Great place for pictures. You can see how it looks like an elephant's head. The eye up there. And then a big long elephant trunk. Kind of catching up to the crew. Always seem to fall behind when we're filming some things. Little cave there. I mean, there's so many things to see along this trail. There's a little creek that runs down along here. Certain times of the year it runs pretty good. Right now, a little dry. But this winter should be a good one. We'll get some good water flow through there. Some of the rocky areas I was talking about on the hike. And stairs. Not everybody can do stairs.
There's about 40 or 50 of them here. So you just got to be aware of those things before you come out on the trail. But if you can do it, it is beautiful and worth the walk. And you get some of the beautiful cactus along the way. And the rock around here, extremely beautiful. Then half the year, there's a waterfall straight up there. I'll show you where it runs. The rock is extremely smooth. They have a rope and some stairs there to climb it because it's so slick when the water's there. But I have a feeling today, it's gonna be dry. Coming up right here where this tree is, one of my favorite spots, like a little tranquil location, the way all the plants are. You can see what I'm saying here. And when the water's flowing pretty good, it's got a nice sound to it. And this is where the water would flow. You can see, so a really great spot to picnic. Gonna set up here and the water flowing. Beautiful in the spring. And take a look at the size of the stones that have slid from up here. So one of the reasons, again, for getting into an RV is that we wanted to be able to have a place to have more space, travel further, be self-contained, but not get something big like a motorhome, be able to have the van to be able to go to the destinations after we camp. So that's what's really exciting for us. And it was just expensive, you know, to stay in hotels and try to make reservations, and it was difficult. So this is gonna change things for us completely. Let us get out there on the road a lot more. Super excited about that. And go further. Being able to travel, use that money for fuel and other expenses instead of just a bed, lay your head down, sleep at night, because we don't really spend much time in a hotel room. You're just there sleeping. And RV, very affordable and new, so it has a warranty and everything on it. So I think we're gonna be in really good shape. And we're gonna be sharing those videos with you about that RV and more about camping. It's gonna be very fun. I hope you're gonna enjoy it as well as we are. So look at the boulder up there. It is just barely hanging on up there. The very tippy top up here. Boy, a couple of good rains and that could come down. That boulder is probably the size of our van or bigger. I just love this area right here. It's so flat and deserty, but yet the water runs right there. You have cactus and like these yucca plants. And there's the sign, Red Reef Trail right there. We're going up here. The trail to the right goes down to the water when it's there. There's really not much to see if there's no water. So it starts to get a little elevated up this direction. We came from down here. And the trail, fairly smooth, with a lot of the bigger rock, but you can just navigate fairly well. But just being here, you can see people slip on the rocks quite a bit. Just get a little dust or sand on there. And those smooth rocks get really slippery. So just be cautious. See a little water down there in the puddle. That's from the rain, but that's all slick rock. So a lot of creeks, you know, dirt bottom and all that, but this one, it's all run away because there's so much rock here. Everything runs over smooth rock at the bottom. There's a spot right in front of us. You see the big arch over here. Now there is petroglyphs there, and they found a lot of artifacts and things from Anasazi. So they've built pit houses outside in the park. There's areas where the pit house is and all that were outlined. I'll attach a video to this one as well with the finding of the pit houses and some of the areas from the Anasazi. But up there, petroglyphs, and a lot of them have been removed or scratched out or thrashed. I don't know why, but they have definitely been vandalized. It's another little cave here. It goes up here and then comes out on the other side of the trail, so you can walk through this. You know, the little kids, they love doing it. A lot of fun. But really, it's just a big boulder that fell on top of another boulder, and on top of another boulder, and so on, and made this makeshift cave. It's always fun to explore this stuff.
Look at this tree.
But again, you get the chance, beautiful trail, and that's why we want to travel further and camp. Because we want to be able to see all of these locations, ghost towns, you know, roadside, you know, I guess sites, amusements, in a lot of historic towns, Route 66. But we want to be able to camp and do them because I'll tell you, a lot less expensive. And a lot of times you can stay in national parks and public land for free. We're going to be set up for doing it. Look at that. That's where the water runs through right there. Cut its way through all the rock. Okay, so here's the spot that I was talking about. This is the pools. And so it goes up here, water pools, really popular spot in the summertime. I've seen people swimming up on top around this corner here. There's another one in a beautiful waterfall, but the waterfalls through here, you can imagine how slick it gets. But a beautiful area just the same. There it is. So the big pool area we'll share with you is right over here. And then the waterfall that comes down, and there's a pool beyond that as well. So, but it's just solid stone with no dirt at all. It's just all solid stone out here. Looking back at it, see the rock formations and how the water is just smoothed out and polished all these lines. Pretty deep in here. So here we go. Let's take a look at this pool. So I've seen people dive off of here into this pool. So it must be really deep there. But man, I'll tell you, if you don't know how deep that is, that could be very dangerous, especially at certain times of the year. But it's pretty dark, so I imagine it is pretty deep. But I'd certainly want to know before I dove if there's any rocks down in there. Right there, it's just shining. Very cool. Let's see, I'll tell you what, the look here is beautiful, and that's what we want to do more as far as the camping and seeing some of these parks and all these historic towns and things that are around. And we feel that camping and having a travel trailer is going to be able to get us there and see all those sites and share more with you. I can't tell you how excited, maybe you don't hear my voice, but I can't tell you how excited we are to start doing these things. So, you know, when you have a weekend or whatever, working full time. So I work full time, and then being able to have these weekends or 3-day weekends when they come up to be able to do these things is going to open up windows of opportunity because we enjoy seeing a bunch of things. Taking a week or so vacation now and then to go and take a road trip, and who knows how far we can go at that point when having a travel trailer. So super excited. I'm going to use the E350 van to pull it. It's a 1-ton, so it will definitely handle it. We checked on everything. And I'll share with you how we hooked it up. And I'm going to share with you that travel trailer coming up shortly. All right, so that's going to do it for today from Red Cliffs and Red Reef Trailhead here in St. George. Actually, it's Washington, the area. So this is a beautiful destination, and we're going to see you in the next one. And there's more to come on the travel trailer and these fantastic destinations that we are going to visit. So until then, goodbye from Weekend Escapades.